A few moments later. One eternity later.
Okay, let's see how this goes. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Hi, I'm Zain Chams. Welcome to Chai and Chat with Chams. With me today, we have someone who's a good friend. We get to experience this once more because we had technical difficulties last time. Welcome back, Shayal Kumar.
That's a very nice welcome.
Thank you so much. You saw me initially for the first 5 minutes trying to figure that out. So clearly we have not made progress since last one you came.
I was so shy to tell you though. I was like, I want to be a model.
yeah, I remember. And I was like, yeah, go for it. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, I was like, don't ever tell anyone.
yeah, I remember that as well. How did you get into this whole phase of life?
My Miss World journey this year is over, which is so weird to say because it's been 2 years and it's a little bit saddening. I've learnt a lot through it though, and I've made such amazing friendships from it. So there's not one part of me that goes, oh, I wish I never did it. But the one thing that I guess I can appreciate, it's made me a much more stronger person. And it literally feels like your heart's gonna burst out of your chest. Like you cannot feel anything else but that, and everything just goes silent and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna U-turn out of here. You know, I forget this. I don't want to do it.
We're gonna cut that part out. No.
Me?
No.
Oh.
Well, yes. No.
See how defensive I just got, and you said I can't be
What
serious.
do you mean?
Me. I'm the first woman in both of their families to ever step forward and do something like this. And no matter what their thoughts might be or where their cautions exist as a parent, and where they've gone, look, this is getting too far, whatever it might be, they are always there in the crowd for me.
That's beautiful.
It's not something easy to endure because, like I said, it feels so tiny to others, but it's such a massive part of a person's life when they're going through it. Because doing it yourself is you're never going to persevere because you're literally fighting yourself with yourself.
So how long?
Okay, move on. I can feel it brewing.
You can feel it brewing?
I can
roll
feel
the love hearts. Da 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 da. Are we ready to start?
Are we ready? Sorry.
Oh, right, okay. Right here.
We're just yapping.
Yeah, okay. 3, 2, 1. Check. Are we ready? Let's go then. Hi, I'm Zain Chams. Welcome to Chai and Chat with Chams. With me today, we have someone who's a good friend and also achieved oh so much in the pageant world, participating in many things from Miss World to, of course, participating with her normal life as well with work. We get to experience this once more because we had technical difficulties last time. Welcome back, Shayal Kumar.
Thank you. That's a very nice welcome.
Thank you so much. You saw me initially for the first 5 minutes trying to figure that out. So clearly we have not made progress since last when you came.
I think we should be clear that I came back because you asked me to come back. And
it was technical difficulties.
Okay.
Yeah, well, anyways, Agustia, can you put nice music in the background and make this?
Not this again.
Yeah, no. I mean, there was genuine technical difficulties,
Yes,
guys.
there was.
Yeah. But, it's glad to have you back. And I know that you've had some updates and developments since last time as well, I'm keen to hear a bit about it as well.
Yep.
But Shayal, it's good to have you here.
Thank you.
We have been friends for quite a few years now, and it's nice to see the progress you've made to where you are right now.
No, thank you.
I know that years back when you mentioned it to me very briefly, saying that I've always wanted to do this, and I'm always for out there ideas, even when I
was so shy to tell you though. I was like, I want to be a model.
yeah, I remember. And I was like, yeah, go for it. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, I was like, don't ever tell anyone.
yeah, I remember that as well.
Yeah.
But, the fact that you've done it and stuff, I'm very, very proud.
Thank you.
And, very excited to hear about your journey and things. Where has Shayal been these last few years? I'm sure very busy with everything that you're doing as well as balancing work and things.
Yeah, 100%. Look, I think, like you said, so the modelling part of me kind of came out after uni. Like up until then, I was just always in my studies and working and kind of just doing as I needed to. And then when I got my first real job, is what I like to call it, I kind of just like realized, oh my God, like I cannot do this every day.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to go mad. And I was trying to think like, okay, where is it that I really thrive? Like, what do I really love doing and stuff like that? And like, I didn't really tell many people about it because I just kind of kept it as like a hidden thing. But I really did want to try modeling. Like, I don't know what it was in me that felt so drawn towards it. But yeah, honestly, the chance came through and I applied for Miss World Australia out of the blue. Like, it was literally the most random application ever. Yeah, and I got through. And since then, I've just been on like a 2.5-year journey with pageanting. So I've done Miss Grand and Miss World. And yeah, through that, I've done a lot of modeling, done a lot of networking, and it's really evolved me as a person. Like, one thing that I absolutely adore about it is it's made me probably more braver, more confident. Like, I feel like when you used to know me, I was obviously very young, but I was very in my shell.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I was even scared to go to the front of the class and like do a dance move. I was like, I can't do that by myself.
Yeah.
Now I'd probably do it.
Yeah. No, for those of you who don't know, Shayal and I danced as well with Tipore for a bit. And then I also initially danced for your DSP.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I remember that. And
Yeah, we're going to skip past that one.
no, actually, let's play some clips. No, I'm kidding. Yeah. So then after that, how did you get into this whole phase of life with?
Yeah, so look, I wouldn't say that. I think the last time when we talked, obviously it's been some time, but my Miss World journey this year is over, which is so weird to say because it's been 2 years and it's a little bit saddening. Not gonna lie. I like to say that it's over. I've learnt a lot through it though, and I've made such amazing friendships from it. So there's not one part of me that goes, oh, I wish I never did it. But the one thing that I guess I can appreciate, it's made me a much more stronger person. And it's made me not fear failure as much, I guess.
Yeah.
After my first pageant, I was absolutely like distraught and I was like, yeah, well, I'm never going to do this again. But I was already accepted as a Miss World state finalist. So I was like, well, it looks like I'm doing it again.
Yeah.
And then, Miss World, like it was genuinely very good. There was a lot of battles though towards the end. And like, I'm somebody that no matter what in life, like my values, they don't shift. So what I believe in, the morals that I've grown up with, like no matter where I will be in life, who knows in the next 10 years, like I literally cannot shift those morals. So I found those battles coming up against my morals a little bit during the competition. So that was a difficult part. And facing what we had to, it was difficult, but again, came out braver and stronger. I don't fear failure as much, and I left with such beautiful friends and beautiful memories as well. So there's nothing in there that I would ever go, I'd never do it again. But like I said, it's just a setup, right? And if you don't fall, like you'll never know how to get up again.
Definitely.
So.
And, we're going to talk about the journey from here on out. So I'm very excited about that. So I know that you were here last time, but just to remind you how we go about things is we try our 3 lovely flavors from the Chai Walli company. So we will start off with golden chai and then we will segment our questions accordingly. And then, of course, towards the end, our questions become a bit more spicier and also a lot more interesting.
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, are we ready?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay. So the first one is golden chai. I'll pour it out for you.
Thanks.
No, I haven't had anyone say that, I don't like it and all that. But there has been, I think people have very different preferences. You'll be surprised.
Oh my God, yeah, 100%.
It's like, yeah, I think my favorite is always 11 spice, like the last one.
The last one, the stronger one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the one I liked last one.
It is, yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't say that I've had it before.
Oh, well. Okay, cheers.
Thank you.
First one. Cool. What is your relationship, you'd say, with chai? Is it something you had often when you were growing up? Is it something you love?
Ooh, no. Oh, I do love it. Sorry, I just didn't grow up having it much.
You just didn't love your family. I see how it is.
No, well, I grew up in Australia, and Australia is like really hot. So I'm so sorry, but in the heat, I don't crave like a chai. But I do love the taste of it, and I feel like there's like a nostalgic feel my mum makes it. I have this memory of going back to Fiji when I was much younger, and one of my like grandmas would basically make like this sweetest chai, and I just remember drinking that overlooking the farm, and that's what I get back, that feeling when I have like a sweet chai at home. Very rarely.
Yeah.
I think that makes it more special. So
Yeah, 100%. So can you make chai?
yes, I can, but is it good? I don't know.
Okay. Fair enough. No, I'm just,
I know the process. I just gotta.
yeah, okay. No, I'm just doing some future planning. That's
Okay,
all.
that's great. Yeah, I can't make it then.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Well, I
Milo's
tried
good for
part
you.
2. So, anywho, I have a few questions, Shayal, actually, about
Right.
your journey and things.
Oh, very prepared.
Yeah, this time I'm a bit prepared because I think I got lost last time. Anyways, let's start with honesty. So, people obviously, they see the crowns, the gowns, and the perfect pictures.
Yeah.
But obviously, we know there's chaos. What's one moment, whether it's in the pageant or whatever, that looked flawless on the outside, but in the inside, you're like, I am so shit scared right now.
I think honestly, like hitting that stage for the first time and you're wearing like the most glamorous dress and you've got your hair and makeup done to absolute perfection, and honestly you're the best you'll ever look because there's like a massive team backstage to make sure that every strand of hair is in that perfect place, and you're kind of just like breezing through the days of training, and then you're on that stage in that moment and you can hear like the starting music start where your introduction's coming up, and it literally feels like your heart's going to burst out of your chest. Like you cannot feel anything else but that, and everything just goes silent and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna U-turn out of here. You know, I forget this, I don't want to do it. And then it starts, and you know, all those like those years of practice, like every spin, every walk, every photo shoot, every video call you've done to practice, every night spent awake practicing on Zoom calls, you know, doing like international live streams with pageant fans across the world. Like, you know, there's such a big scene behind it that I feel like people don't see, because Australia is not exactly the number one pageant country. Like a lot of people don't even know what a pageant really is. But there's all of that, and it all just comes like rushing through you, and it's gone in like half an hour.
Yeah.
And it's like, it really does, it shakes you to your core. And I think that honestly, you get a bit of PTSD from it, like not in a serious sense, but you genuinely are a little bit like, it's gone, like it's done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think there's like an adrenaline hit to it as well? Like where you know, when you're in the moment, you probably can't process it, but then it was so exhilarating that now you kind of want to.
It's crazy because I like literally have been thinking about this post Miss World, and I've been talking to some of the girls, and we're like, are we like crazy or losing it because we want to do another pageant?
Right.
And it's like a high. Like, I don't know what it is about it that, like you said, it must be like some kind of adrenaline, or maybe it's for overachievers.
Yeah.
Like the specific type of girl maybe who needs to do Miss World and Miss Universe and stuff like that, to persevere and keep wanting to go back. Like there's amazing women who've won Miss World titles and Miss Universe titles, but they've only ever won like with their 9th year competing. So they've been competing since they're 18, and now they're like 27. And they've just won a title. So they keep going back every single year.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's nice. So then when you walk into a room and stuff, like, you know how, I'm sure you've had some training about things about like walking into a room, like you own it and things like that. I mean, I do that generally, with not much money in my pocket. But when you walk into a room, like you own it and stuff, is the confidence very natural now, you'd say? Or do you still feel like for that first few seconds you kind of have to fake it or like remember your training and things?
Do you mean in like a pageant sense?
Yeah, in a pageant sense.
In a pageant sense? Yeah, in a pageant kind of environment or a modelling environment, I think I definitely still walk in like very, very much myself. Do you know what I mean? I think I've trained to obviously fix my posture to look more confident, but me internally and what I exert out never changes. Like I'm still that a bit goofy, laughy, you know what I mean? Like someone that's a bit more bubbly.
Yeah, I was going to say, because when you said you walk in like yourself, I was like,
clown.
Like, that's exactly, in fact, roll the tape, that's exactly what I said. But then, especially, like, it would be nerve-wracking, right? Like, you're around all these people who are very, like, glammed up and...
Gorgeous. These women are gorgeous. Like, imagine the most stunning, smartest, strongest women chosen in the whole of Australia, and 45 of them get chosen, and you're stuck in a room and you're like, wow.
That sounds like my dream, actually.
Okay,
so.
perfect. Yeah, well, maybe you should enter into pageant.
Yeah. In fact, if I could put an application just to be there in that room, that would be lovely.
MC it.
Yeah. Oh, true, actually. I didn't think about that. Yeah. And in fact, it would be kind of weird for me just to stand in the middle.
100%.
But anyways, so then do you feel like, then do you take that into your outside world as well when you have to go to work or where you have to go to like other places and you have to carry some degree of confidence with you?
Yeah, look, 100%. Like, I feel like, because I do international business, and I think obviously a lot of fields like within Australia, not just Australia but globally too, are still quite male dominated. And I'm not saying that's like a negative thing nor a positive thing, but it is difficult sometimes if you don't have self-confidence to obviously walk into a boardroom filled with males and obviously voice your opinions or, you know, kind of show your placement there, right? You feel like you want to do that. So I won't lie that in pageanting and modelling, I think I perhaps have gained trying to find my voice more.
Yeah.
And not being scared to like speak up and not just going, oh, I'll just leave it for now, or like shadowing away into a corner. Because I was a very quiet, timid person. My personality isn't naturally, but I would kind of push it back because it was easier to do that than come out. But found a way.
Yeah. No, I'm very proud. Very interesting. I guess that's a perfect segue then to like my next part, which is that, you know, when you're in these pageants and when you do modeling generally, heck, even on social media, there's always judging happening everywhere, every time. So that means that there's a lot of negativity as well. So I guess this is a two-parter. One is, how do you deal with that negativity, whether that be from social media or even, you know, at a pageant or something like that? And two, what's the most like unnecessary or unhinged comment that someone has made, and how did you deal with that?
Yeah, look, I think so the first part, how do I deal with the negativity? When I was younger, I would like constantly limit what I wanted to do based on the fact that I was scared of judgment. Like quite literally, I was like, oh my God, it's so much easier to just be quiet and like away than be judged. So I would never post on social media, never made my true aspirations sound to people because I was scared of their judgment, literally. And it would take a lot of trust for me to like open up in that sense because again, it's just you're scared of judgment. So with Instagram, like social media, for example, like I think for me is I don't do it for anybody and I don't do it for myself either. Like it's genuinely almost like a professional portfolio and at rare times a personal one too where like I'll show something fun. Yeah. But for me, I'm not doing it for anybody. So even if somebody's to hate on it or say something, they don't say it to my page and they don't say it to my face. So I can't imagine how much guts they have to actually be thinking it. Like it doesn't affect me because again, it's not being said to my face. So I don't know what you want me to do with a keyboard warrior. Like it doesn't really affect me in that sense. People are always going to have their opinions. Like me doing pageants, like I'm sure my own family has opinions on that, right? Doing modeling, like certain types of modeling, people have opinions on that. And to people, it's always easier to pick at little things that they see that's wrong than to actually congratulate someone on having the confidence to do something. Yeah. And that's just the way I think society is embedded. Like that's just something we can't really fix at this current time. Yeah. So for me to think like, oh, how do I take that negativity is a lot of thought. I'm like, I don't have that much time.
Yeah. I guess there's two things you mentioned there. One is obviously family. I think they play a big part in what we do and what we achieve. How was your family in terms of supporting you with this, or were they a bit hesitant?
Yeah, look, my mum's always loved me to do modelling. When I was 13, I was signed to an agency. I think I was signed for about 2 years and then I decided to kind of fall back out of it. I think my whole like outlook on everything changed. Like I wanted to do more sports. I had a job at that point. I was still in school, obviously, but yeah, like the trajectory of my life had changed. So I was always into modelling. Mum has always been a big modelling and pageant mum. Yeah. So she was very supportive and very happy, but now her outlook has completely changed after these 2.5 years doing pageanting. I think she's more like, I think she's seen how much I've put, like how much of myself I've put into it. And what I've gotten in return, that it's kind of breaking her a little bit too, as a mother. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah, and I can imagine if I was in her feet, I'd probably feel the same for my daughter. So it's really hard for her, I think, to keep seeing somebody like give and give and give and then it's met with unjust decisions and no reasonings, and you know, it's just like a blank end, like that's it, it's just a shut off. And so it's hard for her to see that, I think, and continue to support. But again, like if you don't keep trying, or if you don't go through with your passions, like you will be unhappy. So
well, I think it's, at the end of the day, it's just that, it's that one day which needs to change. That one day where your luck works in your favor. That 100%. One podcast, that one post, that one like thing where everything changes. And I think that's generally, like, you know, for singers and stuff, that one song. So it does feel like there's this really nice quote, and it's one of my favorite quotes, which is, I worked day and night for 5 years to become an overnight success.
Wow.
So I love that, because everyone's like, oh, he's an overnight success, but they didn't see those 5 years of like, you know, rejections.
These bags don't happen themselves.
I have a whole skincare routine, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I can't know. I can't tell no.
Wow. Insulted already.
I'm kidding.
We're going to cut that part out. No. Anyways, but yeah, so like I think that's so important, because, you know, sometimes you have to just keep trying. And there is learnings as well when you don't do well. And if you always did well, you'll never appreciate the times where you struggled.
100%. Like, I'd be sitting here with not a lot to say and not a lot of emotion in me, because I'd be like, I won. So no, I'm glad that obviously, like, what you go through, I think it does shape you as a human. I truly do believe that, which is why there's so many different variations of humans in the world. So yeah.
What was that one point in time in your life where you were like, you know, this is what I... Like, you've always had it in your mind that you wanted to do it, but what was that thing where you're like, I'm just going to do it?
Yeah, look, I think that was, like I said before, it was literally just, I finally graduated uni and I got a job, and I was like, whew, I've done everything. Like, I've ticked it off my list, you know, and this is where, like, life starts now. Like, you get good money, get a car, whatever, like, build your life. But I was still literally unhappy, and I was like, ooh. Like, I was just not, like, fulfilled, I think the right word is. Even though from the external, it felt like everything was being ticked off in this little checklist, basically. But, yeah, I was still just not happy. I was like, I don't feel fulfilled. Like, I don't feel like when I'm going home, I've achieved anything today. And that's a weird feeling, because, like, the external saying otherwise, but internally, it's like, well, I don't feel that way. So that was my driving point, where I went, yeah, I've got to do something. And it was kind of just like a crying moment where I was like, I'm going to do this, send. And then I applied. Yeah,
that's fair. I guess at that point in time, the contentment, because, you know, in this line of industry, your highs feel really high, your lows feel really low. And yeah, you could do, you know, which you are still doing, like a full-time job and things, but that the contentment is there, but like, you know, you still chase like this purpose almost of something you've always wanted to do.
Honestly, it's crazy. And the girls and I usually talk about this who've like done pageants and stuff. And I'm sure you can relate as well. For anybody that does anything on the side of their natural job, like, you know, like the night before I'm strutting on a stage wearing like a $2,000 dress and, you know, like in front of a massive audience. And then the next day, like I'm at work behind a computer and I'm like, oh.
Yeah, it's almost like
snap back
living in alter ego almost.
Yeah, it's crazy. And you honestly show up and you're like, oh, I don't like this anymore. Like, this is boring. But, like, you have to do what you have to do. Like, unfortunately, it's a lot of hard work and perseverance.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's a perfect segue, actually, for my next part, which is that, you know, you have these different versions. You have the glam style, then you have the chill, then you have this... I was going to say serious, but I don't think that ever exists.
Oh, I'm serious. I am.
We will play, let's see in this next few minutes if there's any part where you're serious.
Try not to
about
laugh.
Me. No, okay. So when no one's watching, who's the real Shayal, you feel like? Because who gets to see this Shayal? And also, what are the misconceptions about you? Because I'm sure there's also a few.
Yeah. I think the misconceptions, I'm going to start with that one. A lot of misconceptions I get is that a lot of people don't think I'm going to be like a bubbly, talkative person, like from a distance. Like I get a lot of standoffish comments and I'm like, huh? Like that is not me as a person. Like I always thought I give a warm energy. But I can see why, because sometimes when I'm in like a public space, I genuinely just get so into my thoughts and the face just goes like, she's not thinking. So I do get that comment quite a bit. But like once you start talking to me, like I'm a chatterbox, like I'm gonna try, like my biggest thing is never make somebody feel unwelcome in a space. So it does not matter who you are or what's going on where, like no matter what I might think, like I'm still going to do my utter best to absolutely make you feel comfortable in that
Yeah.
situation. So yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. And with the other one, which is that when no one's watching, who do you think you are at the core?
I feel like I don't really change myself. Like the way that I'm sitting here and talking, like obviously I'm sitting a bit nicer.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I'm still the same me. Like, and I'm the exact same when I'm in a modeling photo shoot. I'm the exact same at work. I'm the exact same in a pageant room. There's different variations of me, yes, because I'm striving to get different things in those situations. But I don't think I'd ever like, and that's a big part of my morals that I was talking about earlier, is that I wouldn't change myself in a setting.
Yeah.
I can't act like more quiet. I've tried.
That's fair.
I can't act more quiet. I can't like dim myself down so that people aren't having a good time. I can't just sit in a
Yeah.
corner surrounded by my 2 friends only and not converse with everybody else around me and get to know them. Like that's me as a person. That's how I am at home.
Okay.
Like I'm loud and annoying. I'm the youngest sister, so I'm the youngest child. So
Right, I see.
and the only girl.
Fair. Interesting.
Yes, I'm pretty annoying at home.
Yeah. No, I need to know about the family as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, this is great.
I feel like there's no approvals coming through though. But that's okay.
Keep trying.
Next chai?
Sure. Let's do
Okay.
it. Do you want me to serve this one?
No, I'm okay.
Actually, it's probably best
Yeah.
if you do it.
So the next one is the classic Punjabi chai.
Nice.
So this one, the questions are going to change a little, but this one it tends to be liked by quite a fefew.
Ooh,
So
okay.
let's see what you think about this
Let's
one.
give it a go. White pants with chai. Very risky.
Yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
let's do chai number 2.
Cheers. Thank you.
I definitely like this one
I
a lot
like
more.
this one better.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice. Okay.
Yeah, this one's nice and sweet. You know, like when we just briefly mentioned, that's exactly what I was trying to talk about actually.
How rude.
So you know when you were briefly talking about, just like, I mean, this is a good example, and also wearing white pants, and also why it would never let you pour chai is about being awkward and being what's the word? Uncoordinated.
Me?
No.
Oh.
there's well, yes. No.
See
so
how defensive I just got, and you said I can't be
what do you mean?
serious. Me.
No, I was going along the lines of, so in a lot of these things, like this reminded me actually of a story, which I want to share with the audience. If you remember once when we were at South Bank and you had a ring which just, you were playing with it and that flew into the Brisbane River. And yeah, that's when I was, after that day, I think I realized that, you know, there's very few times I can say I'm more responsible and less dorky.
That was so bad. Oh,
Yeah.
and I remember like the first thought in my head was Zain jump in
Yeah.
into the
You
Brisbane
literally
River.
looked at me as if I was going to do something about it. And I was
and
like,
you were like,
yeah.
mate.
Yeah. I mean, I'm
I
on.
was so like, I was obviously frustrated about something because
Yeah.
I was like using hand gestures and
Yeah.
it went flying into
Yeah,
the river.
yeah.
My heart sank and I was like,
Yeah.
jump,
Yeah, I know. I was like,
jump, Zain.
the only time I'm buying a ring is now.
Are you
So-
getting married?
It depends. Are you ready?
No, thank you.
Okay. Well,
Got lots left in life, sorry, man.
it's
But I
okay.
can find you someone if you want. Let me know.
Damn. You can play a sad violin in that part.
Yeah. Yeah.
Anyways, next questions. I feel like throughout this whole podcast, I'm just gonna
Get obliterated.
yeah
Yeah.
cry throughout it.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'll cry myself to sleep. Does that make you feel bad?
Oh,
Okay.
Like
fair
I
enough.
said, it doesn't bother me.
Well, with this toxicity, let's talk about brown households.
Okay.
So, obviously, there's a brown household, meaning there would be pressure. There would be the pressure of being obviously a good daughter and things, but also how exactly do you balance that in, in a sense of being like safe and traditional, but also achieving something which sometimes in brown households would be like, they would be resistant to?
Yeah. That's a good question, actually. Look, my parents are very, I would say, like, success driven. So anything that they feel like can bring success, like whether it's for my brother or myself or anything like that, they're always going to be supportive. And more than that, I think it's about passion, right? Obviously, my parents are very strict, but the reason why they're strict is, I think, is because they didn't have the opportunities that I've had. Like, I'm literally the first girl in both of their families. I should say woman, but I'm the first woman in both of their families to ever step forward and do something like this. So not only to have the balls to actually step up and go, hey, this is what I want to do, but to also go, like, I'm actually going to do it, watch me kind of thing. I can understand where in their mind they'd have that doubt, but when you have a passionate child, like somebody like myself who A, was passionate about it, but B, also had a bit of a plan in mind, like I didn't just go and do it for 2 months and then quit. I think that also showed them very quickly that she's very serious about it and she wants this, right? And as parents, no matter what you might think or what negativity goes through your head, or whether you understand the passion or not, when you see your child striving for that, of course you're going to show up in the crowd and clap for them. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, no matter what. So that's one thing I will say is that my parents, like, no matter what their thoughts might be or where their cautions exist as a parent and where they've gone, look, this is getting too far, whatever it might be, they are always there in the crowd for me clapping. So I can never say that that they have such strong opinions that it's mattered to me in that sense. Like, there's always been that sway, I think.
That's beautiful. And I guess in a way, especially when you were having your battles, which I guess I want to talk about as well, with, food and things like that, they would have had to be there or see it. And I guess also to a degree perhaps support it. What would you say is your relationship with food and things now? Because I'm sure there was a younger version of you which was going through a lot of that. If you'd like to touch upon it.
Look, growing up, I never had issues with it. Like, it never came from my parents or anyone around me. Like, it was very much self-inflicted. Like, it was my own mental torture that I created, and it got really bad. And I remember we were doing dance when it was really bad, and you were kind of the only one who actually really knew about it, and like 2 of my friends there as well. And it was really hard to open up about because it felt so minuscule. Like, it felt like the world has so many bigger issues. This is so tiny, like, figure yourself out. And I'm not somebody to run to my parents and tell them what I'm struggling with, ever. I don't open up to people, like, really, like, much. Like, I'll keep it to myself. So it takes me a while. So when I was going through that, and when I think I finally started showing a lot of signs and stuff like that, my brother was the person that I was more pushing towards, like I was dropping little hints and clues because I wanted him to pick up on it, not for me to actually say it. So, like, again, his family as well. So whether it's your parents or your siblings or your auntie or your uncle, whoever you can reach out to and whoever you can kind of find that, like, guidance within. Because, again, like I said, I'm not somebody that wants to make an issue out of it, but I really was struggling. And it was just getting to that point where I was like, I don't know how to help myself. Yeah. So it was like reaching out to my brother in a way that was like nonchalant. I was like, hey. So. And look, like like my whole family still to this day is very aware of what that's brought, and they still see signs and symptoms and stuff of when it gets brought back, because I am in a very, like, modelling industry. It is cutthroat. So I think in that sense, like, it was definitely hard for them to accustom to the thought, like, oh, this is actually a real thing, right? Again, I don't think anybody in my families have had this problem. Right. Or if they have, like, no one's ever talked about it. So it's
avid food lovers, that's why, or?
Yeah. Or I think just, like, that's the last thing on their mind is, I can't eat that.
Yeah. Fair.
Or do you know what I mean? Like, creating, like, a mountain out of a molehill, for example, about food. Like, again, that's a big trigger warning to people, because it is a really tough topic. And if you've lived through it, it's not something easy to endure because, like I said, it feels so tiny to others, but it's such a massive part of a person's life when they're going through it.
Yeah, and then, so I guess this is to the viewers out there and things. If someone is going through something like that, what is your suggestions and things, at least from your journey, what you felt worked?
Yeah, look, I think everyone's journey is so different. So
Yeah.
I would never say like, do this, do that, try this, try that. I think it's reach out to people you feel safe with. Reach
Yeah.
out to people that will understand you. Reach out to people who are going to accept this version of you.
Yeah.
Right? You can't just tell random people and expect them to understand in your
Yeah.
life like a friend that you've had for a month. They might not get it.
Yeah.
Reach out to like help groups. Do you know what I mean? Like actually go and get some help if you can, because doing it yourself is you're never going to persevere because you're literally fighting yourself with yourself. And I really thought I could do it myself. Even after noticing that, okay, this is what's going on. It's time to rectify yourself, because I never wanted it to be a problem in my household.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't. Like the amount of nights I would spend crying by myself just about this specifically, Googling ways to help myself,
Yeah.
and then doing the polar opposite the next day. You know, so reach out, because you cannot do it yourself. So whether that is, if you're comfortable with a support group, going to a doctor, trusting people around you, like finding somebody to just lean on, and knowing that no matter what I say, they'll get it.
Yeah.
Like that's so important.
Oh, 100%. Thank you for sharing that. And I know that might be a bit personal, but
That's okay.
yeah. I guess next question then, I've always wanted to ask, there's obviously within a lot of this pageants and, modeling, there's going to be favoritism, politics and things like that. And where was a point in time where you felt like the system's not really going to help me, and you decided, whether to play along or walk away and things like that?
Yeah, look,
Because you spoke previously that you're a person who really believes in integrity and your morals.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I think for both pageants that I've competed in thus far, it's been right at the end. Like it's been when all these buttons click, and it just like, it's like a drop of a hat and it happens. And then when a pageant ends, or an experience ends, obviously people talk. And then through that little wormhole comes a lot of information that you were before not privy to. And now you've become privy to it, and you're like, wow, this is all really making sense. Like I said, it's like a drop of a hat. Like it just starts all clicking into place.
yeah.
And then that's where it starts firing up inside me. So both times it's happened post, I would say, or like night of or week of, whatever
Yeah.
you might call it. It's happened during those moments. And I think that's where it's gone, oh, like not only can I not particularly do anything in the moment anymore, but now I'm stuck with all of these
Yeah.
things that have happened, and I actually don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
You know, and my number one thing is I don't want to sit here and voice out an experience that I had and turn it around and make it look into like a field of flowers and daisies. Like I'm not
Yeah.
that person. Like I
Yeah.
said, I'm an honest person. So yeah.
Well, I mean, it's definitely hard, and especially in this industry, you'll always have a lot of challenges and things which may not go the right way. What would you say is something that Chai looks forward to? Obviously, you've had this experience. Anything on the horizon which you're looking forward to or planning?
Look, I'm really open to whatever the universe holds for me. Like I'm not going to go in with fear anymore, and I'm not really going to shy away again. I think that this version of myself is the true me,
Yeah.
and I never want to dim that down. So I think that whatever the future holds and whatever I feel like a calling to, I'm just going to pursue it, right? Like I'm going to keep working and grinding and finding where my light might be. And like you said, could be 5 years, day and night, and an overnight success might happen with something.
Yeah.
But like the thing is, I'm not doing it for like a specific goal. Do you know what I mean? I feel it as if it's almost like I'm doing this for me, so that when I'm older and my life is different, I don't think back and go, damn, I wish I did that photo shoot, or damn, I wish I did that pageant. Because by that point, you can't, right? Like my life will be different. Who knows where I'll be? So it's more for that reasoning. So there's never like a full goal. I just never want to close my eyes or arms to any opportunity that comes up. And I never want to be still, I guess.
Yeah. And I guess you don't want to have that, like you said, that what if, where you're on your deathbed and you're like, damn, I kind of wish I did this or something like that. Because I know so many people who, they look back and they say that if I tried this, I don't know. And, sometimes it may not succeed, or sometimes it may go in a different path completely, but you never know until you try.
100%. And look, like I've seen it happen in like within my family where they've gone like, oh, I wish I did that when I was 20, but I didn't have the opportunity, or I wasn't in Australia, or whatever it might be. And I'm like, well, I have that opportunity in front of me. I have the time right now and I've got the space to do it. So why would I not? And if that's something that truly is calling me, then of course I'm going to pursue it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. And are we ready for our next chai?
Yes, we are.
Okay, well, this one is the 11 spice chai.
Yeah.
So I look forward to that chai and more so the questions which come from it.
I feel like that was the spicy one, man.
Oh, man.
Oh, you ain't ready. You're not answering.
Love potion.
Okay, perfect. I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I figured I need to take every chance I can get.
Yeah. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, honestly, at the end of this podcast, I think my mom's just going to think that I'm just a flirt, which is probably,
She probably already thinks that, dude.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
don't think she's
apologize,
shocked.
Mom. And if your mom's watching, hi, Auntie. I'm a great guy. But anyways, what do we think about 11 Spice
I
Chai?
haven't tried.
Yeah, always my favorite one.
Yeah. Yeah, I like this one a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
More
because
stronger.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like there's more flavour.
100%. So it's sponsored by Chai Walli. They're amazing folks. They have a lot of different flavors and things. And so yeah, they've sent some amazing flavors, and I think for me it's always going to be 11 spice.
Yep.
But you know, for example, we had the Lord Mayor once, and he really liked the classic Punjab chai.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting? I feel like it
Yeah.
says a lot about your personality.
Yes, it does. I think
Yeah.
chai actually generally does. So that's why
Yeah.
whenever people say, talk about their relationship with chai,
Yeah.
some people have a very intimate relationship in that,
Yep.
their parents had it growing up.
Yeah.
And so then now you have it. For me, it's obviously seeing my dad have 5 or 6 cups a day.
Really?
Yeah, he has a
Wow.
lot. And then
Yeah, wow.
now I think it's become a staple that everyone in my team, like in TS or like at home,
Yeah.
they know that if he's cranky,
He needs chai.
yeah, just put a cup of chai
It's
next
like
to
his
him.
coffee.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Like I
Yeah,
am
okay.
working till 2 to 3 a.m. and if someone puts a chai next to me, that's my love language. Like I will literally, yeah,
Really?
because I work till late nights.
Yeah,
And so then for me, it's just that simple thing where it's like, okay, I have,
yeah. Wow.
yeah.
See, I would have brushed my teeth and had my pajamas on, so I'm not having chai. I have to brush
Yeah.
my teeth again.
Yeah.
So I have green tea.
Yeah. This morning, that's what I did. I didn't have chai this morning.
Oh, so you're a bit
'Cause-
grumpy.
No.
Oh,
Yeah, I have you here, so it's fine. No, I didn't have it because I didn't want to brush my teeth again and stuff. so-
yeah. There you go. Fair enough.
Yeah. But yeah, so chai says a lot about people, but also there's a few other things as well, like the way people drink it, because some people sort of have it. My uncle used to have it in a saucer, like he'd
Oh
pour
my
it into a
god, yeah,
saucer.
that's
like,
so random.
yeah,
Yeah. I've
and
always
then-
wanted to drink it like that.
yeah, it's pretty
my mum
cool.
would probably hit it out my hand.
Yeah, no, I'm too clumsy.
Yeah.
I think you definitely are too clumsy.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't do it.
Okay, Shayal. Well,
Okay.
so what would you say? Let's get into some relationship talk. So, yeah, you say you're ambitious, busy, you're always moving and things, and I've seen that. I know that, like, for a while, I mean, people can say that about me, but even with you, because of how hard you're working, you went a little MIA as well with a lot of things. And
Yeah.
I'm sure that you would have faced some lash outs from your friends saying that, why don't you prioritize this friendship, or even if you had a partner, relationships and things. How do you balance all of that and also still remind people that, these are my priorities, but this is how I place
Yeah.
you?
That sounds so
Yeah.
But I know what you mean,
Yeah.
so don't worry.
You're number 2, you're number 3.
You're just not that important.
Yeah, that's basically what I'm trying to get at.
No, that's a really valid question. I think it's a good question, especially with what I do, like for me, because again, there's only so many certain hours in a day. And if you
Yeah.
work a full-time job and then you do modeling on the side and then you've got pageanting, which requires training, and then you've got a household as well, I don't know how much of me
Yeah.
I can stretch out to fit all of this
Yeah.
in. So like you said, there are some cuts, or there are some moments where like mentally you just can't take it. And I am somebody that is not a very big communicator. Like, I suck at replying to text messages. I suck at taking calls. And I kind of just zone out to go, okay, today's 9 to 5 is job, morning's this, and then you've got modeling. So those are my 3 things. I will only be communicating with that circle because I literally don't have time to do the rest. So through that, I've definitely lost friendships. Or they've become not as strong, which hurts because obviously these people, like, I value my friendship so much. Like any relationship, I value it and I put a lot onto it, and I really want to be there for people. But unfortunately, like, I'm just not able to be, because when things are going wrong in someone's life, like, I'm all the way in the Gold Coast doing a photo shoot, and I can't just dump that photo shoot and get to, wish I could. And that's what I hope my friends do understand, is that I wish I could, like, I really want to, but there's that hold, right? And then you've also got parents and your family. Like, I can't just completely disregard them either. Like, I've got to go, okay, I've got one day off today. Do I go out with friends or do I hang out with them? Like, that's literally what the choice comes to. And I don't think people fully understand that it becomes so big of like a Sophie's choice. Like, it's literally A or B, like that you don't have a middle ground there. So I think in that, it's definitely shaped me to just become a bit stronger, to go, well, you know what, if you're mad at me, you're mad at me. And I don't mean to be disrespectful. So if that seems disrespectful to you, that I can't hang out at your beck and call, like, that's so be it, kind of thing. Yeah. And you will lose friendships and they will weaken, and it does hurt, but you grow and you persevere. Like, you make connections throughout your whole life. Do you know what I mean? And it's up to you if you want to reignite those when you get a chance. But some people won't, because they think it's selfish that you've dumped them, in a sense, to pursue, which I never want that to come across as. I always want people to understand that it's literally like, again, A or B. Like, I can't see you today. Like, that's it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I guess I very much relate to that.
Yeah.
I just recently was catching up with some friends who I hadn't seen for 8 or 9 months.
Yeah.
But the best thing is, the ones who matter are the ones who know you.
Yeah.
They'll understand. And it's like you spoke to them just yesterday.
That's exactly what I was going to say, the ones that, and I'm such a big person on intuition. Like, when I feel something, I'm like, like, I feel out of place here. I don't feel good here. And I'm such a big person on that. So when I see people that I haven't seen for literally, like you said, like 9-10 months, like, and I'm talking like it can be years sometimes.
Yeah, well, I mean, we spoke after
4 years.
Yeah, 4 years.
Yeah, like, that's crazy, and we still were fine. Like, do you know what I mean?
It's meant to be.
Okay, yeah, for the podcast. But as I was saying,
can we have roses flying down and nice music in the background, please? Oh, thank you.
No, I was gonna throw it. Oh. Kidding. Now I can't remember what I was saying, Zain.
No, you were talking about how much you were lost in my eyes and stuff. No. Okay. Well, it was about
it definitely wasn't.
Yeah. Well, it was after
I felt
talking
sick,
after 4 years. It was about after seeing each other after 4 years.
Hour of like just roasting you.
Yeah, I know. What is this? You know what? I'm just going to cut out any parts where I'm talking, and we're just going to
It's because you keep leaving it with like an innuendo, like, like you don't finish a sentence, and then I jump in and then roast, and then you leave it again open.
That's fair.
Your statement close it. That's what it is.
Okay. I guess I just have to profess at the end, so that's how it is.
Okay.
Anyways,
I can't remember what I was saying.
You were talking about how seeing friendships after a while, like ours after 4 years.
Yeah, like it just clicks. Like, I, in high school, like after I graduated, I kind of lost touch with like all my friends.
Yeah.
And that happens. Like, you start uni and then COVID happened, like crap happens. And a lot of them still stayed connected for a while. But then I caught up with like one friend after 4 years, 4.5 years maybe actually. And we just clicked as if we were back in high school. Like just the biggest clowns, like just full of laughs. Like, we went and did Muay Thai together, which I love doing Muay Thai. So we went and did that together. And it was, I can't remember my stomach hurting so much. Like, we were just non-stop laughing. Yeah. So that was amazing. So I think when that click still happens, like, you just realize, well, these are the people that make me glow. Yeah. And whether it's I see them every 4 years, every 4 hours, it is what it is, kind of thing.
Exactly. And I think those sort of people are the ones who fill your cup. Like, they kind of, because, when I had a similar sort of thing where I caught up with them, especially because I had an intense season with performances and
of course.
gigs and things. And then when I caught up with them, there was no sense of like, oh, you only message me now that you're free and stuff.
Yeah,
It was a
that
lot
comment
more.
makes it like very awkward, doesn't
Yeah,
it? I get so
yeah.
awkward if somebody says that. I'm
Exactly.
like, that's not it. Like, I
Yeah,
promise. Like,
like-
I'm always thinking about you. It's just that
Yeah.
I never want to message you and go, let's meet up Friday, and then go, let's cancel Friday.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be that person.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
And so, you know, when people can understand that and then still give you love and still give you support and stuff, it means the world.
It really does.
Yeah. One part of that question which I wanted to talk about is then where do things like relationships fit into it? Because I'm sure that, you know, there's romantic relationships. And I'm not just asking this for personal notes, but like just generally.
Okay, put the notepad away, dude. I'm kidding.
No.
Yeah, no, good question. Look, I think friendships is definitely one thing, and then relationships are a whole nother, right? Like, they obviously both mean just as much. Like, I value them the same, but relationships are intimate, and they're more involved with your intimate and personal life.
Yeah.
So I feel like when relationships do come my way or whatever they may be, I feel like they've literally just got to understand and accept from the get-go what my life is. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's not like, oh, we're going to catch up for a lunch every month. You know, that's what a friendship does bring. Or like, hey, you want to go get a coffee? That's not what it is. Like, you are actually trying to build a life together. So you have to understand what each person's going through, you know, like my partner might be doing a job where I'm like I never get to see you.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have to understand that prior to dating them.
Yeah.
And same with me. Like, they're going to have to understand that, yeah, I do modeling, I do pageanting, I work full time, right? And then I also like to spend time with friends, family, socialize in that aspect as well. So it's about finding that perfect mix and fit. So it's not like, oh, like this is such a shock. So again, like, I think it's something that's out there and in the open now, and it's like, it's very easy to go, okay, well, she clearly is very busy.
Yeah.
Do I agree with it or do I not? And if you don't pursue it.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I could not agree more, because I know that personally I'm in the same boat, right?
Yeah.
Like, I know that with me, it's very, like, you've seen my lifestyle. And then if you then decide to be my partner and then say that, why don't you spend time with me and stuff like that? And I will prioritize. I will, like, it's not like I'm an idiot. I know.
You'll send a text.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, fan. No,
Who are you again?
like, I know what I'm doing, but at the same time, it's very much like, okay, you know how busy things can get.
And
like,
you're not being like rude, and you're not trying to be like distant either, which is what a lot of people take it as, like, oh wow, you really don't like me. It's like, no, I actually just don't have enough hours in the day.
Yeah.
If I want to get like 5 hours of sleep in even, like, it's very hard, and you're mentally just so drained.
Yeah, and you want to be present as well. You don't want to spend time with them at the end of the day when you're exhausted and stuff, and you're not giving them your best.
Oh, my worst thing is if I'm like on my phone trying to do something and I'm out at dinner. Like, if I'm on my phone with you at dinner, like, smack me back to reality, because that's genuinely my
Yeah. Sweet.
You looked way too joyous.
Let me write that down.
Reverse that.
Yeah.
Probably shouldn't say that. Shake me back to reality. Yeah, that's better. Yeah. Shake me back to reality, because I never want to be that person that's giving you half my attention. I think it's so rude. And my family frowns upon it very, very much. Like, even at the dinner table, no phones. You know, you need to talk.
Yeah.
So, yeah, if I'm giving somebody my time, they're going to get my undivided attention as well. So, like you said, I don't want to half-ass that, right?
Yeah,
like, I don't want to show up and go like, hey, look at me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%. And so then, I guess, when life gets hectic and things, who would you say, like, how do you prioritize people to get the best version of you? Like, and how do you make sure, like, something like, you know, relationships and love doesn't just feel like another thing on a to-do list?
Yeah, look, I think I'll break down pretty easy. And I mean with anger. I get very, like, I'm not a crier, and I'm not too emotional either, but when I'm angry about something, and when I'm really riled up about something, or when I just feel like too overstimulated is probably the right word as well, I will just blow up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay, thanks. Yeah, with anger, yeah.
Yeah, you know, when you mentioned anger and then you also mentioned Muay Thai, I was like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, no, look, I just... Yeah, everyone has to have a little bit of like an outlet, and at least it's an active outlet, so I'm still keeping it in shape. But like I think I get overstimulated with emotions, and I don't know how to deal with them, to be honest with you. So I just kind of go, okay, everybody back off, like leave me alone. I don't want to talk to anyone. So I feel like that's what it ends up being, basically.
I see. Okay. Have you ever worried that, you know, something like relationships and things, actually, Before we go on to that, do you think that relationships these days, like, how do you perceive it? Are you a very filmy person, or are you very, because you do love Bollywood and things, so do you derive a lot of your beliefs from it?
That's a good question. It's probably going to get me a bit of trouble with the public, but I really do genuinely just think that, like, relationships nowadays are just, like, you can't trust them. Like, I'm so sorry. And it probably does have to do with the fact that there's just so many more avenues and outlets for trust not to be gained.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas back in the day, there wasn't. Like, was there similar opportunities? Maybe. But, you know, like, I just feel like it perhaps was different. Or, I don't know. I feel like nowadays, we're so stuck to social media that we rely on that to, find people. Or if you don't, then you rely on bumping into someone in the public and you're like, oh, I found someone, which is so delusional.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but it is. And if not that, then you're just waiting around. And for me, I'm somebody that genuinely loves, like, a real life connection. Like, I just, like, I've never had a dating app, and no hate against anybody that has. Like, I think they're honestly doing God's work. But at the same time, I'm just somebody that I'm like, I've got no interest in it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care enough, maybe, where I'm like, okay, well, if I find someone, I'll find someone. And if they come into my life, it's meant to be, kind of thing, right? But like I said before, I'm not somebody that chases. So I think for me, like, maybe I am a little bit filmy in that sense.
Yeah.
But I'm also just somebody that's like I don't have the time, but also the energy to continuously put my heart and soul into finding someone. And I think that says a lot about my friendships as well, because anybody that I've ever ended up being friends with who has that as a priority, like, I don't get, because it's not of interest to me. Like, I would sincerely rather go and read a book than go and pursue somebody. That probably
not that bad, yeah. But okay, no, I very much, like, I get where you're coming from.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, I'm not dissing dating or anything like that, but I just think it is so overrated sometimes, and there's so much pressure. Like, I feel like there becomes a time in your life where the only question you get asked is, are you dating someone?
Yeah.
Or the only interesting conversation is, who are you dating? And I'm like, whew, ask me something different.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, I very much agree. I think that's one of the most annoying things, because for me, like, I guess maybe it's because our lives, I don't want to say it in a way which seems very, like, condescending, but, like, because our lives are very interesting, like, there's a lot happening in this space. It tends to be that, you know, this whole thing about, like, who you're seeing, or that sort of, like, those conversations, they aren't as important or as big, perhaps. And so that's why, like, I very much resonate with you in a sense that for me, like, the whole chasing relationships or dating and that sort of thing, it's never been that much of a priority. It happens.
Yeah. I'm also way too shy to ever shoot my shot, so I would never do that.
Yeah, that's fair.
I'd probably cry. So anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, so how long?
Okay, move on. I can feel it brewing.
You can feel it brewing?
I can
roll
feel
the love hearts. Da 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 da. Okay, so no pageants, no PRs. 5 years from now, the noise settles and things for you. What kind of life would you feel? What kind of life would you think makes you feel fulfilled? So it doesn't have to be Instagram worthy or anything like that, but genuinely happy.
Yeah, wow. 5 years from now. Yeah, look, I think I'd still want to be doing something similar in this kind of industry still. Like, I wouldn't want to absolutely give up this side of me. So whatever job might relate to that, like, I'm not too sure, obviously, the future knows. But anything that relates to kind of what I'm already doing, right, on this entertainment side as well. Like, I love that side for me. So, again, nothing, like, I don't want to dim that side down of me.
Yeah.
So I'd love that. Maybe a family, like, who knows? Like, I'm honestly just so open to the future. Like, it's not that I don't have goals. Yep. It's more just like, I'm not somebody that wants to plan out every day dot of my life that in the next 5 years, if I don't get there, I'm going to sit down upset. Yeah. Like, I might be completely opposite to what I am now in 5 years, but I still want to at least try and be happy. Yeah. Like, that would be the main important thing for me. Yeah,
because also you don't know, right? Like, for example, the Shayal a year ago is probably different from the Shayal today.
Oh, 100%. I think every 6 months I, like, look at myself and I'm like, oh, like, you know, you've changed in this way, or, like, you were very different last year, like, whatever it might be. So if we're talking 5 years, like, I'd never want to pinpoint these certain goals in a sense where I'm like, if I didn't achieve that, I'm going to be upset or something like that. Like, I'm just so, like, whatever destiny kind of holds, because 3 years ago I wouldn't think I'd be sitting here.
Yeah, exactly.
So I can't really say, but yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. Would you say, so if you were talking to the Shayal 5 years ago, what do you think? Actually, that's a two-parter. What would you think the Shayal 5 years ago would say when she sees you? Would she be proud? Would she be surprised? And then the second part of that question is, if you could give advice to her, what would you tell her?
5 years ago, Shayal? Yeah, if she saw me now, she'd probably be really happy. Like, I think she'd be proud.
Okay.
Yeah, like I can't imagine 5 years ago me being upset with where I am. I think I'd be so proud of myself from growing from where I was 5 years ago, because if I saw myself in like a static line, that's where I think I'd be so upset with myself. But I'm proud, like honestly, which is a weird thing to say, but I'm proud of seeing growth in, like within myself. And what advice would she give me?
No, you would give her.
What advice would I give her? Oh my God, be stronger. Use your voice.
Yeah.
Like, don't dim, like what you're thinking, say it. Do you know what I mean? And what you're feeling, do it. I think I spent way too much time in my head just going, oh, what if I did this and what would people say? And what if I didn't do that, blah, 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 all this stuff.
Yeah.
By the time you finish that spiel, like a year's gone.
Yeah.
Just shut up and do it.
You know, the journey which you've had from like just being so timid and not being able to share your opinions, so now being in a space where there's judgment on everything, from how you walk to how you talk and answer questions and things.
No, it's even just how you stand. Like,
yeah.
Seriously. So, yeah.
So how, like, that must have been crazy for you.
Yeah.
And, like, almost a process which you had to go through.
Yeah, 100%. Like, it's a big... And I think a lot of people, like, in my life now that meet me go, wow, like, you've gotten so much more confident. That's a compliment in itself, because I was a very, like, I wouldn't say that I am to, like, I don't think I've mastered self-confidence, but I think it's more just that I believe in myself, because I don't really love the terminology of confidence, but I think I believe in myself a little bit more, and I believe in my passion. So if I go and say, okay, well, I love modeling and I love pageanting and I love doing things like this and I love going to events and speaking and all this stuff, like, that side of me is thriving. That's not a bad thing.
No.
Like, do you know what I mean? Whereas back when I was younger, I used to think that those ideas were way too driven out. Like, you know, like, you cannot achieve that. Like, you need to settle a bit. So it's really cool to see it, I think, fruition to life.
Yeah, 100%. Well, Shayal, it's been a pleasure, I guess, having you again, but also more so getting to know you a bit more.
Yeah.
Also sharing with the public as well as people who follow your journey about where you're at. And I cannot wait to have you once again, hopefully, with no technical difficulties this time, over dinner. No, that was smooth. Can we agree on that? That was
past my dinner time.
Gosh, okay. You know what? We're just going to edit the whole episode so it looks like you're talking the entire time.
You're going to cut out my replies and it's just going to be like a blank wall of me.
It's just, you're just going to be saying random words and then it just says, yes, I'm down. Let's do it. But it'll be a guy's voice, so it'll be kind of weird. It's
okay,
mine.
great.
But,
yeah, perfect.
But no, thank you so much for coming. It's always a
Thank you
pleasure
for having
having
me.
you.
Again.
Yeah, and it's nice to talk about like our journeys and things like that.
No, it's been so good. Like, it's just like a sit-down conversation, so thank you.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming on Chai and Chat with Chams. I'm going to ask you to sign a cup.
Ooh,
and
yay.
then, and then later onwards, speak to our viewers to hopefully subscribe.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much to Zain for having me on here on Chai and Chat with Chams. Make sure to like, subscribe and share to not miss an episode.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Shayal, for coming, and thank you so much for always having a good time with us. And I cannot wait for where your journey takes you.
I can't wait to be back.
Yes,
for
sure.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, so this way, like, at some point, I'm eventually my charm will
I'm
work.
going to get tired and I'm going to go, whatever, dude.
Yes, and then the dinner will happen.
That's how you get it. Okay, whatever.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you, Zain.